Zel Boy Army, welcome to another spicy one on the channel. Very excited to share this one. I've been enjoying getting into some more gameplay videos over the last week that I've had more time to learn the game and sit down and actually record and edit stuff for you. This video today is looking at how to defend on FIFA 22. Lots of different stuff in this. The first few minutes, this is just going to be like some general team tactics type stuff. Then there's going to be loads of different gameplay clips, loads of examples of how I defend, tips on how you should defend, and also a few tips on what you shouldn't do. The key thing, though, I want to say at the beginning is that there are different ways of defending on this game. Attacking, of course, there still is different ways, but there is more just meta ways of playing attacking, whereas defensively, you can play in a few different ways. In terms of actual defenders, it's going to be pretty much the same across the board. You want a keeper who's tall, 6'5", 6'6", 6'4", around there is perfect. So Donnarumma, Courtois are like the best keepers in the game. You want fullbacks who have 95 plus pace when you put an anchor or a shadow on them. Good physical's nice, decent defence, that's good on the ball. And then for your centre-backs, you want them to be rapid and have elite defending. I really do notice the defenders who have elite defensive stats. So someone like Marquinhos, Maldini. By the way, fullbacks at centre-back work completely. This Maldini is one of the best players I've used this year. I can only imagine how good his mid-card is, but it's 4 or 5 times more expensive than this. This guy's insane. Yeah, centre-backs who have high defending. I notice high defending stats more than high physical on this game, honestly. I think you want them to be at least 5'11", 6 foot plus. If they are too small, they're not going to have as big body types for making blocks, tackles. And I just think, whilst heading isn't great, they're going to be a little bit weak in the air. But for me, elite defending stats really do make a difference. And then for your midfield, they don't need to be great defensively, but having pace, decent physicality, okay defending. Someone like Llorente is absolutely perfect. You don't need to go as extreme as Kante. I personally prefer midfielders like Llorente who can do a bit of everything. And then for your tactics, when it comes to defending, it is very subjective to how you want to play. One of the things I would say is when you're trying to chase a game, defensively you need to be all out press. You can basically, in my opinion, go between two, balanced or press after possession loss. I play most of the game in my 4-4-2 press after possession loss. I want to take the game to my opponent. It's not that easy to press in this game, so I'm going to be more aggressive. For me, press after possession loss is a very aggressive, good way of playing, but it is a bit more risky. If you're not as good at switching, or maybe don't have as good a team as me, because having a good team does help you to press a bit more, you might want to go balanced and a little bit more conservative. Find a style that suits you, suits your team, suits the way you want to play. You might want to change width, depth, and the type of press based on your formation. These are all things that you're going to have to work out somewhat yourself. I'll recommend different tactics, but you can change the way you play. There's not one perfect way of playing the game. Let's now get into some actual gameplay tips and show you some things you can do in game to get better at defending on FIFA 22. In this video, I'll show you lots of different techniques, and there's going to be lots of different gameplay clips of me defending. And one of the big things that'll happen is when I show you a tip, it won't necessarily be just that tip. So for this first tip, in terms of the gameplay ones here, it's going to be about the second man press. But there's a few more things you can pick up about this. One of the honestly best ways I think you guys can improve at defending is go on Twitch, YouTube, watch top pro players play, watch really good players and see what they do and try replicate it. A lot of things on FIFA are not something that, say, Tex, Tom, Gorilla players like that can do that no one else can do. Most of the things you can copy, it's just getting more consistent with them. So here, the second man press. Second man press, basically, you hold R1 and the man with this indicator above his head will press for you. What I like to do with that is it allows me to cover the passing lanes, cover the more dangerous areas, whilst my AI is pressing for me. You can see, though, there, it was flashing red there. Let me rewind that ever so slightly. See, now it's flashing red. It's flashing red because his green bar for how long he's allowed to press has run out. So you do have to time that. I think that's a good feature they've had this year. The second man press is a lot better this year, and you'll see in a second example of it. So you can see it. I'm covering that passing lane. This man there pressed for me. Sometimes the software can be a little bit annoying. So I'm covering the passing lanes. One of the big things as well that I'll recommend anyone when they're defending is holding your defensive shape, not diving in, being hard to break down. You can see here now, Maldini's got the second man press and he makes the tackle for me. So just watch how I've used the second man consistently here. Okay, I let go and then I get Maldini and the AI tackles for me. So I use the second man press there effectively to tackle for me and mean I don't even have to do it. It's stupid in my opinion. I don't think the AI should tackle for you, but my videos are here to help you. I'm not going to not tell you about something that's really strong and really useful. Adding the second man press to your game is a game changer because when you can start doing it, it's really going to change how you defend because you're going to be able to cover the passing lanes, protect your defense a lot better while still applying pressure. If you apply no pressure to someone, eventually they're going to find a gap anyway. If you apply pressure while covering where they want to go, it's going to be incredibly hard. Couldn't believe that shot didn't go in, by the way. But it's going to be incredibly hard for them to do anything. This is one of the simplest, easiest ways you can stop yourself conceding as many goals. And it amazes me that people don't know about it yet. But if you're watching this and this is new to you, please let me know in the comments. I like knowing when I'm telling people stuff that's new and helping them. On corners, though, the main technique a lot of people use is very simple. They just put the ball or the yellow aim around here. They put 2 to 3 bars of power. They swing it near post to whoever their best player in the air. Because the game tries to put your best player in the air. So if you've got CR7, Hullet, Van Dijk, players like them, it'll put them there. They aim it near post. And pretty much, if you get a header from there and win the header, you're probably going to score. But there's a very, very easy way to counter it. You see my keeper's moved there. There you go. All I did there, so here when he gets the corner, I click the right stick in. So I'm clicking the right stick in. I move the right stick that way whilst it's clicked in. And you can see the keeper moves. When you click the right stick in and move it, whichever way you move it, the keeper's supposed to move. This is at all times. So when someone's one-on-one, if they're there and your keeper's here and you're certain they'll shoot there, then you can move the keeper that way. It's very good on corners though. On corners, if you move the keeper there, it is nigh on impossible for them to score there. Occasionally your keeper might get bugged out. But honestly, if you do not move your keeper and they win a header from there, they're probably scoring 9 out of 10 if they're any good at heading. Simple though, move your keeper. He'll pretty much always catch the ball. You want a keeper with comes for crosses ideally, but it's not a big deal. The only thing I would say is you don't want keepers with cautious with crosses. So someone like Czech, you can move him and then he'll go back to his line. But here, move him there. Hold. If you see the balls going around there, hold triangle to bring the keeper out. He'll catch it. And look what ends up happening from this. So he catches it. They never lose it. I do a quick counter attack here. Great through ball by Messi there. End up scoring from that. Look at all that. That has literally happened in... Let's have a look. So it's 37-25. Soon as I catch the ball, I don't throw it unless I know something on. But when I see something's on, I'll go for it. So it's 37-25. Basically, 1.5 in-game minutes I've scored from catching the ball. So not just... Corners aren't just easy to defend when you bring the keeper out of this. They're also a great way to counter-attack and score. And obviously, they say the best form of offense is a good defense. The best form of a good defense is a good offense. Move your keeper on corners. Stop giving up easy set pieces. It will help you a lot. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make regularly on FIFA is diving in, losing shape, and giving away cheap and easy goals because of this. Keeping your shape and structure is absolutely vital. And one of the key ways of doing this is controlling your midfield a lot more. There are times where you might want to switch to your centre-back to, say, cover a through ball in behind. Or if you're good enough at reading the game or your opponent's being too predictable, you might see a chance. Let's say this guy's not here and this pass is on there. You might think he's going to pass it there, so you just switch and cover the pass. Stuff like that's great. But what's not great is when, say, this guy's not here, you've got him against him, and a lot of people here would dive in and just leave a through ball there. Sometimes it's good to be aggressive and step up, but you have to be careful about. Don't take too big a risk and leave easy through balls, goals in behind. So many people struggle by diving in and pulling men out of position. One of the best ways to stop this is control your midfield. Watch what I'm doing. So I pull him out, but that's not the best because I could have protected that better. But I'm pretty confident he's not going to go there. And then here, I'm getting my midfield in shape, pulling him around. Here now, I'm using second man press to make sure there's still some press on the ball, but I get Llorente and cover this area. A lot of people here might be stepping in with one of these, whereas I just don't need to do that. I get the midfielder and win the ball back. Keeping your shape and using your midfield to do that is going to help your game a lot. If you can keep your shape, hold your midfield, cut passing lanes with them, not give away cheap, easy goals by diving in and giving easy through balls, you are going to be incredibly better as a player. The last clip in this video, we are going full circle. We're kind of talking tactics again. One of the things that really frustrates me about FIFA 22 is it is so hard to press when they've got the ball in defence, unless you have like constant pressure or press after possession loss on. I don't think the game should be in a place where the only way to press is having a tactic that helps you do it, but it is what it is and we have to utilise it. Like I said, I like press after possession loss. Watch the goal I end up getting here because of it. See, as soon as I lose the ball here, my team just all run forward and go for him. I offside trap there as well to push them up. Offside traps are a good way to push your team up and get them up the pitch. You just have to be careful not to do it and let them get in behind. But you see here, Cruyff's instantly on him. I'm holding second man press too. End up getting an easy goal from that. Good save by his keeper, but normally here what happens is they get it and they can just keep the ball. He maybe should have taken a touch and cleared it, but there, my guy's straight on him, and it leads to an easy goal. Little tricks, tactics like that can make a big difference. It's very important if you're losing to be able to switch to something like that. These are the type of things that can get you cheap goals. Defending isn't just around your box. It can be across the whole pitch. Preparation is key. It can make a big difference. Hope this video has helped you guys out. There might be a part 2 to this because there's still plenty more of defending stuff that I could recommend to you guys. Appreciate you all and the support you're showing me, guys. Keep it spicy.